Okay, so following on from what I said about the producers being lazy and putting Malta, I almost said Latvia, putting Malta in the second slot, I feel like them putting Serbia in third is another sign of them being lazy, because I can imagine in the room putting it together, they were like, oh, last year they had an alternative quirky song in third, and they were joint first in the televote, so why do we do the same here? And it's just like, oh. Now, I saw a lot of people like freak out, like, oh no, is this mean that Serbia's not going to qualify now? I don't think it's going to have that big of an effect, really. I mean, as I said, if it worked for Distracted and that same audience latches on to this, I think they'll be fine. And, you know, I certainly hope that they do qualify, because I really like this a lot. I mean, I get kind of strong Paul Oscar vibes with this one, but with a lot less PVC catsuits. But it's got that kind of like same dark electronic vibe, and it's just really interesting, and I'm glad that something like this is in Eurovision. And I read an interview that he did with Pop Justice, and he seems like an interesting guy, so like I hope if I get accreditation, that is, I'll get to talk to him, and I think we'd get along pretty well. So yeah, I really like this. I'm thinking of like bringing a plastic lobster with me, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I really like this, and yeah, I hope it does qualify quite comfortably. What about you?
Hello? So yeah, is Serbia the avant-garde nation in Eurovision now?
Maybe.
Yeah, and for the same reason as Malta, I hope Serbia qualifies, because I worry that if it didn't, they wouldn't do anything different again.
Yeah.
Serbia had some really good options. I don't know if you
No, I
watched any
didn't.
of the national final, but they had some other really good options as well.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm getting Paul Oscar vibes as well. I also think he looks a little bit like Leon from Germany '96.
Yeah, a little bit,
It's
yeah.
it's the floppy hair. Yeah, and apparently the song was. I love this. The song was a little bit inspired by The Sims, which inspired me to check up on my own Sims, who I've been neglecting for several months. Um, and I remember last time I looked, Peter, Sue, and Mark were about to start a group. Unfortunately, when I came back, Mark moved out to be with the maid who he'd just married.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't have the guts to do Sims of celebrities. I just did a Sim of myself and sold a couple of paintings I did on the easel.
Oh, yeah,
which
you
is
can do that, I remember.
which is far more than I've done in real life, but yeah, I really need to get onto that because I need monies. But anyway, oh, that's proper cracked me up.
Yeah,
Just
I'm not very good at recreating celebrities, but I always name all my Sims after Eurovision people.
Aww. uh, okay. Anything else? Or
No,
was
there's nothing else.
okay. So I think we can move on now because I've pretty much run out of things to say about Serbia other than please qualify.
Please.